Hi everyone. Hi. So for today, the topic is parallel cursor. So parallel cursor is one of the important technique that we have to focus on. And technically speaking, it is to avoid loop inside a loop, right? It is to avoid loop inside a loop. So if we implement parallel cursor mechanism, right, definitely the performance of the code will be definitely improved. So how exactly we have to write the logic and what exactly the things that we have to do, all these things we will try to understand with an example today, right? So now I would like to go for the other diagram, which I've already drawn it now. So I'm just trying to take two tables. One is VBAK table and the other one is VBAP table. So the first table that I'm trying to take is VBAK and the other table is VBAP tables. So assume the case, first table, I have VBLN and ER name. The guy who created is ER name, sales order created by. So I'm just taking an example here for 4970, 4971. Since it is a header table, for every sales order, we will be having only one record. We know it, right? 4970, the creator is XYZ. 4971, the creator is ABC. Now I have taken an example that for every sales order, I have two items for now. I have two items. 4970 contains 10 and 20. 71 also contains same 10 and 20. Right? The first item material, the cost of the first material is 500 rupees. And the cost of the second material is, cost as a I would say like net value, 450 rupees. Even here, 300, 270. Now, the requirement is we are expecting an output in such a way that we should display sale order number, ER name, and the price. When I say price, for respect to 4970, what is the total price of 4970 combining all the items? So here in this case, 500 plus 450, it is 950 here. Whereas for 4971, of course, in the output, we are not expecting any items to be displayed in the output. Okay, we're expecting for the respect to sale order, what is the total price? Meaning summation of all the items, net WR. For 4971, it is 300 plus 270, it is 570. This is what exactly we are expecting. This example, considering this example, I'll try to demonstrate, I'll try to explain, I'll try to write two programs. One program with parallel cursor and the other program without parallel cursor, so that we will get the difference and what exactly which program is taking more time to execute and all. So we can happily, we can clearly get that context, right? So first, let me create a program for you. So program, I'm just trying to create the first program with. So first, let me go without parallel cursor concept. So let me execute, let me save the program. It's an executable program, of course, right? So now I'll just write the logic with all the old methodologies. Like I'll create the structure types. I don't want to go with dynamic internal tables as such for now, because I'm just keeping the students in my mind that those guys who are new to SAP ABAP, right? Going forward by using this channel or the duration of the course, I'll definitely touch the new syntaxes and even I'll touch the HANA topics also. Just stay back here of st underscore VBAK. Now let me take two fields here as we have drawn here. So VBLN ER name. So let me take all the fields. It takes time, but yeah, please. ER name type, ER name. So now the next table is VBAP, st underscore VBAP, VBLN type, VBLN underscore VA, and the next field is postnar type, postnar underscore VA. Next field is netWR type, netWR underscore AP. So if you have any questions or concerns, we can directly go back to the table VBAP. Just let me execute the table. Let's say 4970. For 4970, we have four records here in this table, right? So we are fetching this one, and the other field that I'm talking is this one, net WR, right? This value, okay? And the type of the particular field is WR is netwr underscore ap. This is what exactly I mentioned here. Now, of course, we are done with two tables. Now let me go with the final table. st underscore final. Final table contains these two fields, and the last field name that I am naming it as price. Of course, the type remains same. Now, of course, we have internal tables and all these things ready, right? Sorry, structure types ready, right? So let us create even the work areas of that. Again, I'm telling you guys, I'm just writing the code, not in the new syntax way. I want you people to understand with the old approach. Later, of course, definitely we'll touch base the new syntaxes for sure. Work areas, tables, it underscore ebap, type table of st underscore ebap, and the last one, it underscore final, type table of st underscore final. That's it. Now I'm just going with select options here. S underscore S4 or S underscore sales. For, of course, I have to write like this, but if I write like this, definitely system will ask me, hey, what exactly VBAK is? I need to tell the system that VBAK is a table. I need to tell the system. So what is VBAK? System does not know this. So I don't want to go here and define, hey, VBAK is a table. I don't want to go like this. Just for the reference, I don't want to load the entire database table here. So just avoid it. Here, of course, WAVBAK is my work area. It has a field called VBLN and the type is this. It works now. So it won't ask for any table loading and all. Now, sorry. Data from VBAK. Select like two fields from VBAK into table it underscore VBAK, where VBLN in S underscore sales. If size sub R is equal to 0, then just sort the table first. VBAK by VLN. Now inside the same size sub R only, let us write the other select query as well. VBLN OSNAR netwr from VBAP into your internal table it underscore VBAP based on as a like for our entries in it underscore VBAK, where VBLN is equal to it VBAK hyphen VBLN. Again here also just check for your size abasi. It is much needed. Size abasi is equal to 0. Just sort your table. You both. If at all you are sorting the item table, right? So always start with both the document based on the document and the item number as well. So let me save it. So for Pretty Printer, now I have both these select queries. I mean, we are ready with both the select queries, right? So just to have one more readability. Which data from VBAP based on VBAK data. That's it. So now, since we are expecting this output, meaning we don't need the item details here. So I'll simply go and loop header table it underscore VBAK to WA underscore VBAK. On IT final VBLN is equal to WA VBAK hyphen VBLN, and the next field is year name, right? Now, of course, for the respect to sale order here, for the respect to first one sale order in this table, which table? In this, where VBLN is equal to WA underscore VBAK hyphen VBLN. I hope you get my point here. So let's assume this has two sale order numbers. For every sale order number, here we have two items. We have to loop both of them and we have to get the count of it. Okay, let me create one more variable. We have this sum lv underscore tot. Sorry. Now let me use this particular variable underscore vbap hyphen netwr. That's it. So what we will do now, clear just before every loop. So we are passing VBLN from VBAK table to final table. Same way with ER name as well. Now we need the count of all the net price W, right? Net WR, right? So we have done. So for the first time, let's assume. So this particular loop will be iterated as many times of items. For 4970, how many 4970s we have here? We have two 4970s now. Both of them will be summed up here. So for the first time it will be 0 plus 500. It's stored with 500. Next time it comes for the second record. For this, when it comes to right. So 500 plus the next value is this one, 450. 500 plus 450, total 950 it will come. The third record, it is 4971, but it is 4970. It won't trigger, right? So I hope you guys are understanding this what exactly I'm equal to LV underscore tot. For every record, for every new sale order from VBAK table, it has to be cleared. I hope you understand this. Append. So that's it. We are done. I'm just displaying the data. If it underscore final is not initial, so we have a standard table called standard class called CL demo output. It has a static method called display. Just use that method to display the data. It underscore final. That's it. The output. That's it. So the entire code is done. So I clearly know that how like you guys understand like how exactly it is working, right? So let me write a comment here. Code without this code without parallel cursor, because we wrote loop inside loop. This loop is there inside the loop, right? We wrote the code in that way, but at least let's see like are we getting the output how we expected? 4975. Execute the table. So this is what we have got. Okay, maybe this value like ER name is blank in the table itself. We don't need to worry about it. So now let me go back to this table VBAP. So 4970 to 75. Just verify the same records 70 to 75. Just let me execute it and let me drag to right. NetWR is this field, right? So now subtotal. I think I need to select both of them. Total. Okay. Subtotal. Subtotal. For 4970 now. Total. Perfect. Now it is working. See, for 4970. So these four are 4970 records, and this extra is the cumulative record. So the sum of 4970 is 32838. 32838. Sorry, this one. And the sum of 4974 is 46686. Is it? Why we did not get this 4973 here? Okay, just leave it for some time. 4975, 32778, 32778, correct? 4972. What is the total of 4972? 28604. 72. 28604. Yeah, the values are coming properly, but I don't know why this is not coming. Yeah, I need to check it out. Okay, let us not focus on this. at our output, like I don't know why, the reason why we did not get this. We'll see that one also, don't worry. Right? So for 4971, it is 12,200. 4971 is 12,200. Yeah, we are getting the cumulative result, like how exactly we are expecting. Right? And now I would like to create one more program here. But this time, see, I'm just copying this program. Sorry, should be with a different name. It should be to copy, select all these documents, variants, and all these things. Like, of course, you can go with this copy, local object. Now let's go here and attributes. This time it is with PC. This PC is parallel cursor. Right? Let me activate the code. Now we will write code with parallel cursor. Like how exactly we need now, right? Almost most of the cases are the same. Like till here it is same, and yeah, 1 second. Seems the system is stuck. Now, before I start the loop, right? So earlier case was different. Like for this, for every sales order of this particular VBAK table, we are doing this. No. Now here, we need to write a read statement. Read table IT underscore VBAP. Transporting no fields. I don't want to transport to any work area. With the key VBLN is equal to this one. Here it is very, very important. Psi sub RC is equal to 0. Control X. Let me explain the whole stuff to you. What exactly I'm doing now. So let me rephrase the logic to make sure you clearly understood this. Yeah. So what did we do here? So of course we are not done yet, but yeah, what exactly we are doing here. So this is very important. This read is to get the record counter of this one in this is very, very important point. This particular read statement is used to get the record counter of this one. For example, the moment the loop started, right? So this value, the counter of this value, the record counter of this value in this particular table. So don't worry, we will see it in the debugging also. It will be so easy for you. So now what exactly I'm trying to do is, so for example, this value, where exactly this value in this table. So from there, from tab X. This is logic. This is parallel cursor concept. Parallel cursor code. Okay, and then we are done. No, we are not done yet. So just a small line that we have to write. So I'll explain you each and everything. Don't worry. So let us not by heart anything here. So it is so simple. So not equal to P1. Then go for exit. Otherwise, that's it. Done. Now we are done. We are a little confused actually. So what exactly you are trying to do here and all. So don't worry. Yes, the code is done. I'll explain you. Don't worry. I'll explain. Don't worry. Okay. But before that, I just want to see, are we getting the output similar to the first program? Are we really getting the output similar to the first program? So let me close this particular table for some time. So my first program is, let me activate this program. Let me open the first program also. Let me execute it, and let me execute this one as well. program. This is program with PC. This is without PC. Without PC, we saw the results. This one. This is without PC. Now this is with PC. Same values I'm giving in the selection screen. So see, 32838, 32838, 12,200, 28604, 19719, 32778. So yes, we are getting the proper exact data. We are properly getting the same data, right? Meaning the code is working fine. But what exactly is it, like how exactly it is working and all? So can you please explain that? Yes, of course. But before we go to that, right, I just want to do one more point. Is the performance of the program is really improved? I have a doubt on it. My question is, the performance of the program is really improved with parallel cursor code? Yes, of course it is improved. How can you say that, sir? Yeah. Now let me open the first program. This is the first program, right? So here, so till select queries and all, everything is fine. Now from here, the code is started and before till display, right? So now what I'll do is, I'll just write a small code, get runtime field. I'm just creating it with dynamic field, so don't worry. So I should have created this footer field in data section, but okay. Get runtime field. This is the syntax that we have to go for data. This one, copy it just after the parallel cursor code. Here it's a different field. This is starter. Let's assume this is end. I don't need to define these fields because this is dynamic declaration. This is dynamic declaration. So what is the purpose of this? To capture the code before the logic. Sorry, not to capture the logic, to capture the time before the logic starts. What exactly we are doing here? To capture the time once the logic ends. Here we are capturing it, right? So here we are, we are just taking the runtime and is the logic without parallel cursor, and here we are taking the time. And now, so I'll just take one more field like this. LV underscore, can I say it's like LV underscore result? Now LV underscore result is equal to LV underscore end minus LV underscore start. Now I don't want to display it, just simply, so here I have the time difference, right? So now let me write like this, time taken without parallel cursor is, now let's say LV underscore result, right? So right, I have done each and everything here. So now let me copy the similar code even in the parallel cursor logic also. Just comment it out. I don't need the display now. I just need the this is with the parallel cursor, right? So since these are two different programs, no problem, though the field names are same. In my first program, I'll even copy this. Yeah, here. Even here also, even in the program where we are implementing the parallel cursor, right? Take the time before the parallel cursor code starts, and once it ends, end loop, right? Just again take the end time. So take a result between between end and start. So now this is what. Now let us execute both the programs. Let's see how it works. So now I'm executing the first program without parallel cursor concept. Now this time I'll just give more data, like around 6,000, right? Around more than 1,000 records, right? Just let me execute it. How much time it takes? 176, meaning 1,76,785. Of course, I don't know whether these are seconds or milliseconds. I need to check the system. Now this is my second program with parallel cursor. I'll give the same data. Now see, execute. How much time it takes? Only 40,000. So meaning The program is the program's performance is 4 times improved. The program's performance is 4 times improved with parallel cursor mechanism. I hope this is so clear to you. At least this way I can explain you that the performance of the program is definitely improved. Now, sir, I just want to see, sir, like of course we saw both the programs and each and everything is so clear to us now. But can we please debug it, and then can you please show us how exactly the code is running and all? Yeah, definitely. So now let me keep my breakpoint. I don't want to debug the other program where we did not write that parallel cursor code, right? So I just want to debug the parallel cursor code. So let me go for execution, and this time I don't want to take more records 1970 to 75. Let's say execute. Right. So let me little expand it. So now for this particular select option, we know it, right? Select option is an internal table with 4 fields: sign, option, low, high. Right? We know it. Select option. If someone asks, hey, what is select option? Just blindly tell them select option is an internal table with 4 fields: sign, option, low, high. Right. So of course I got. Why we are not getting the 4974? Yeah, I'll check it out in the table. FI. Now for this particular data from VBAP, I have 17 records. I have 17 records from VBAP. So 4 records for 4970, 1 record for 4971, 4 for 4972, 4 for 4973, 4 for 4975. So let's see how the program is behaving, right? FI. Now I hope you can see the screen properly. Yeah. Now let's just take the same example here, and it has 5 records, meaning 5 sales orders I have here. Now we are running for the first record. Now the loop is started for the first record. See the first record, the record is 4970. Now just read this very carefully. This particular read, it plays a key role here. So this read is to get the record counter of this value. Record counter of this value, VBAK, VBLN, in this table. Of course, we know this table. So in this table, what is the counter of this value? In which position it is there? It is there at the first position. It is there in the second position, third position, fourth position. Of course, I don't need the other positions. First in, first out. So this value is at the first position. If that is the case, right? See, now I got site ABAP. Site ABAP is what? Loop record counter, right? Loop counter, record counter, however it is fine, right? Now this particular value is at first position of this table. Now you start the second loop from that position, and you exit the loop if these two values are not matched. You exit the loop if these two values are not matched. Okay, F5. So since these two are same now, because this value is coming from the first loop, and this value is now started for first time. So for first record, second record, third record, fourth record, the value remains same, right? Meaning 4 times the loop will be processed. This loop will be processed 4 times. Let's see that. Second time, third time, fourth time. Now all those 4 times the value is summed up, and finally it is 32,838. Right now for the 5th time. But now the loop is at 5th time. The value here is 4970 and the value here is 4971. Just compare these two. If these two are not equal, go out of it. Exit, meaning come out of the loop. This is what we have done. We are just coming out of it. And this one. Sir, this is straightforward. No, like where exactly the performance is improved. Now, if you look at the second record, you will definitely feel that. Now we are at the second loop. Second record of first table. Meaning in this particular table, just let me clear all of them. In this particular table, how many records we have? This record processing is over. Now we are processing the second record on this table. See, EBLN is 4971. Now, exactly, again, read the same statement. This read is to get the record counter of this value in this table. Now you tell me where exactly this table is there. Sorry, where exactly this value is there in this table. It is the 5th position. Now, start your loop from that 5th position. Just see now, say F5. Now, what is site apex value? 5. Now, you no need to check the earlier values. These values you no need to check. Directly you can start your loop from here, meaning 4 iterations are skipped. 4 iterations of loop are skipped now. Now, you will see this is how it works. Now the loop is started from 5th position. From 5th position is started. Again, context remains same. If these two are same, it goes here. If these two are not equal, definitely it goes out of the loop. This is how parallel cursor works. This is how it works. Now look at the third record. Third record as in, now see, third record is what? 4972 in this table, right? 4972 in this table, third record. Now again, context remains same. Just read it. Where exactly this value in this table? 4972. You tell me where exactly? Here it is. Meaning now you have to start this loop from 6th position. From 6th position, you have to start it now. From 6th position, you have to start the loop. Like that. If we are processing the last record, assume that case. If you are processing the last record, then just tell me this value where exactly in this particular table. It is there at this position, meaning so all these iterations are skipped. All these iterations are skipped. That is beauty of parallel cursor. Now directly for the last record, it starts triggering from from this and to this and to this and to this. So many of the iterations are avoided. So that is the reason parallel cursor is much needed when you are really writing the logic inside, loop inside a loop. I hope this is so clear to you. And the last point that I would like to convey here is, if at all your parallel cursor code really you are expecting that to work properly without any issues and all, so make sure the tables are sorted. If the tables are not sorted, of course the values are jumped. Of course, even in the database also tables are sorted properly. Okay, but make sure even from your end, I want you to sort the tables appropriately. Only then the data will be in this way, in a proper sorted way, so that the logic works as it has to be. Right? Thank you so much. Have a nice day. And of course, we have seen even okay, don't worry about it because we have started the debugging, right? So if you go without debugging, it just executes like that. 4975. It's just 39 microseconds, right? Thank you so much for your time. Have a nice day. And this is very, very helpful. And maybe in the next session, I'll try to talk on the real-time scenarios. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.